Okay, so just tapping it in to make sure it's seated properly, because I don't want to round these off. And then let's see. Yes, there's one. Two. I did use a thread lock on these, so they will be slightly tighter, but that's good. Now, some people say you should renew these when you put a new disc in. Whether you should or not, I don't know, but these have been fine. So I'm just gonna leave them as they are. Cool. So obviously, the worst thing to happen would be to round off one of these nuts and end up spending a day drilling them out. So just going slow and methodical. Oh, thread lock works. Also, I've noticed how rusty the ABS sensor is kind of going, so might give that a little bit of a clean. That's it. Oh, they feel tight. So let's just go like this. Let's have a look at these nuts. Yeah, so the thread locks worked. That's cool. So once the seal's broken, they open quite well. Undo quite well, I mean, not open. So this time I just bought a solid disc. I didn't bother. I bought this disc about 2 years ago. Just because it was cheap, to be honest. It was 40 quid. And the old disc on the bike, I think it was a genuine one that had been on there since the bike was new. And I, as usual, just needed the bike for work. So I went on eBay and I bought this disc, which was 40 quid. Maybe that's why it cracked when it got too hot, but it did get extremely hot. So I have bought an EBC disc to replace it with now, because the bike's off the road. I can take my time, save a bit of money, and there we go. And it's off. You can hear the you can hear where it's cracked. I can't see any other cracks, but not good. So I'm gonna get my wire brush, trusty old wire brush. We're gonna go around here, just give it a clean. Again, guys, I'm not pristine about this because I'm going to be back on the road. As long as the bike's clean-ish and everything functions like it should, then I'm happy. The bike's never going to be spotless because I ride every day. But I do keep it well maintained. After all, the 16-year-old bike is going to need that bit of maintenance. So yeah, give this a good clean around like this. And then pieces of garden wood are invaluable for home maintenance. Obviously I don't want to get too much crud in there, give that a clean out. I need to go and buy some grease as well. That's what I should have done before I started actually. So you want to make sure when you put a new disc on that this is nice and clean and flat, because any kind of lumps in there could crack the disc when you do it up. Little bit of brake cleaner. As always, some trusty old clothes that have been thrown away that I use as rags.
Are you filming? Huge capsule on the girl's rug. I might have to cut that bit out.
So again, to make sure it's clean, just going to give it a going over with this. Get any lumps and bumps out. Not rubbing hard, just slightly going over. Now again guys, this isn't a how-to video or an educational video or whatever kind of video you want to call it. This is just how I do it. This is how I do my home maintenance. Again, I'm not rubbing hard. I am literally just getting the crud off. That is all I want to do. As you can see. It's amazing how dirty it gets behind there actually. Erosion. Public enemy number one. That'll do. Bits of wood. That's not good. That bearing looks like it's got a split in it. That's not good either. Give that a bit of a white prang. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there, which is what I should have done in the first place. Okay, now let's just get a bit of sanding paper. You can't talk, we've got to edit it anyway.
Okay. Their rug is so disgusting anyway.
Yeah.
Perhaps you've thrown away.
When did they do it then? Because they were out. Right. So, little bit of sandpaper and just go round and get some of this off. Nice and flat again, not rubbing hard, just getting all the crud off. And I find this kind of sandpaper is brilliant because it's not too abrasive and the sandpaper wears out before you do any damage to the metal. There we go, it's good enough I think. Excellent. The threads don't look too bad. So, talking about the threads, what I'm going to do now is just move that back a bit. Get these. Whoop. Gonna put them on here and just have a look at these, give them a clean like this. I haven't got any wire wheels or vices, so like a lot of people I would love a wire wheel and a vice and a garage, but I haven't got it, so you do what you do with what you've got. That has come up nice and clean. So let's get that bit of thread lock out of there. So I don't want to put that back in. I want fresh. That's one. And this isn't a hard brush, it's quite soft, I don't want to damage anything, just want to get the crud out. And again, nice and clean. So, I'm going to do that and speak to you in a minute.